So Tricia here. This is the Thanksgiving weekend, long weekend here in Canada, and we are by our lonesome this weekend, at least until tomorrow. Yeah, some of our kids they had to work and couldn't come, so they've kind of split up to celebrate with their opposite families or their other family members. So anyways, but we'll have some tomorrow for turkey dinner. So we've been busy taking this time. So I'll give you an update on our chicken shaw. So here's the chicken shaw. So Roland finished a piece over here, and he finished the back piece there. So I think we're pretty well done with the steel. The next thing is putting on the tires and the handle, and then we're going to be done. So Rachel and Roland will work on that this weekend, or the early part of the week when Rachel's off. So what Roland's doing right now is he's putting together these wardrobes that we've had for a long time. And so we're going to use them in the laundry room. So they're IKEA wardrobes, so we could have them flat packed and mobile as we moved. So we'll show you that. I think I have some plans for the laundry room and having an entrance area. So I want to paint these eventually, and so on.
Mudroom kind of idea?
Yeah, have a nice mudroom with the laundry room. And so what I've been working on this week, or weekend, is I have put together this chicken feeder. So with our chickens, I'll show you how big that they've got. They're a little over 3 weeks old, but we found that the flat chicken feeder, or anyways, I'll show you the two. They were just getting it all over the place. So using Pinterest, so you put the feed in the top here, and then it will come down out here, and they can put their little heads in there and get the feed there. So you don't have to be. You've got a lot of feed yet. So this one is going to go into the chicken shaw while we're going to acclimate them to the outside next week. We're going to start that when they're 4 weeks old. And then I made a couple more for when the chicken shaw will go into the hoop house, and we can have some feeders.
Yeah,
so let
I
me...
know about those ones.
Oh, I let the cat out of the bag that we're getting a hoop house. Anyways, that might be coming this week. And so we will be putting that together in the next couple weeks. So that'll be another project that we're working on. So also Roland put together a couple extra shelves in our cold storage. So hopefully we'll fill that with some wine again. And as you can see, we've got our potatoes, we've got the last of the beans, the peppers, all of our jams and tomatoes and stuff that I have canned. And then we have a whole bunch of yeah, eggplants are in here too, yeah, okay. I've got a whole bunch of cabbages, and then we've got 2 boxes full of onions. That should do us for the year. We have a whole bag of garlic. And so let's go in the laundry room and take a peek at our chickens. So these are our little chicks. They're not so little anymore. So you can see that now I put the warmer up on its side, so they can lay by it if they get warm. I've made a little roost for them. They like to roost on things, so I found them sleeping. So this is the feeder, how I have it there. I am going to shorten this piece in the middle, but it seems to be working now. As you can see, they can dip their heads into there and get that. And we have the water over there that's keeping cleaner over there. And then their grit there. So you can see that they're starting to get really tame and they like us. So what we did with the grandkids is we're going to try to name them eventually. Oh, they're getting a little excited. Okay. We'll let them be. But we painted their toenails, or painted one toenail, so we can try to tell them apart. And so you can see there's a couple that want to go onto the waters, which I don't like because then they poop in the water. And then I got to change the water again. So I'm looking at better watering systems for the future. But these are our little chickies, our Litzapikas. That's Frisian for little chicks, which was my nickname when I was younger. And my grandfather gave me that nickname when I was born. So you can see they like the roost. And that big white one there, that's Laser. We do know that one. And she's somewhat the biggest of them. You can see how much the feathers they're getting now. So once they're a little bit more feathered this week, that's where we can transition them to the outside. Either they're getting tail feathers and their heads a little bit more. And I'm going to give them a little treat. I gave them a little bit of oatmeal this morning. It looks like they've used it. So I think I'm going to give them some carrot tops if we have any more. I have some more carrot tops here. These are from the carrots that we recently picked. So, yeah, we'll see if they give them a little treat. I don't know if they should have the ends. Girly girlies. Okay, sorry about carrying you along the way there. But that's a little treat that they like. They go for it. Some little greens in their diet. Okay, and now I'm going to take you with me to the garden shed because that's where I've been working as well. So lots of little projects to keep our home ready. I also brought some of our planters from the trailer. As you can see, come on up. Oops. I set up some nice displays at our front door for Thanksgiving with our own pumpkins and gourds and squashes and so on. So I don't know if you saw all the squashes that we picked, but they are sitting over here on the table. So these are all of our squashes and pumpkins. So these are pie pumpkins. So we will make some pumpkin pie over the fall season, and I'll figure out how to use these gourds because I'm not sure what all of them are. I do know that this is butternut squash, but I'm not quite sure what all the rest are. But I did use this in a soup, this one, and it did taste good.
Green stuff.
So yeah, they like the green stuff. Okay, so you can see it's a beautiful day. We had a few drops of rain. I don't know if you can see in the way back there, the colors are starting to be really nice. As I walk to the shed. So look at that beautiful red barn there, and then the beautiful colors of the trees over there, and a nice silo sticking up. I don't know if you can. Oh yeah. So anyways, so I cleaned up behind our trailer, which had all the different growing stuff. Oh, is it going to correct now? It's a little dark in here, but anyways, I cleaned up all of our area, all of our gardening stuff, and so that's all put away for the winter, ready for the spring. I do have some tulip bulbs that I want to plant yet, but we're hoping to get the final grading done so I can get some done. And then we stacked up the chairs there. And yeah, yesterday we got 30 bales of straw delivered. So you can see that we've got it covered. So the straw is going to go onto the gardens as we clean them up and get them ready and covered for the winter time as well. We've got a bunch of cardboard here that we're going to put in the rows that can keep down the weeds for next year. So the only thing living in the garden right now for this little garden update is we've got a whole row of carrots yet to take out, and we've got a whole bunch of kale to do. But kale can stay in your garden. It could even stay in the whole winter. It can freeze out here. So, because you can just put kale right into the freezer without blanching it, and it's fine to use. So you can see the frost has hit our beans and our cucumbers. All of our sunflowers are done. Took down our tomatoes. They're all done. So yeah, and just the sunflowers, they're all done too. The birds are enjoying the seeds. So I don't know if there's very many seeds left in these. As you can see, there's not a lot of seeds left. I think the birds are going to town. So anyways, thank you for joining me this Thanksgiving weekend. Hope you have a happy Thanksgiving with your friends and family. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Again, another week has gone by since we've been working on this piece, and but you didn't see that we actually were able to attach the wheels, so it is now transportable, so we can move it from one place to the other. So just to show you what we've done in terms of those wheels, we put a 3/4 inch rod, a threaded rod, onto the bottom using some EMTs. So these are electrical straps that you usually put around conduit, etc. And then we put a locking bolt and a washer and another washer, and then on the outside we've got a washer and another locking bolt. So these should be good to go in place. We wanted to use regular bolts with locking washers in between, but we're not able to find the proper diameter or the diameter to fit these particular rods, because they're 3/4 inch and a little bit large compared to what's normally done apparently. And then we did exactly the same thing on the other side. They're not completely offsetting each other, because we didn't want to actually cut the threaded rod itself, because we may need to actually make some adjustments, etc. in the future.
And
we think this is going to be fine.
And it makes it more stable because of how long it is, like just how many more attachments it is to the coupe itself.
Yeah, so there's not going to be the possibility of this coming loose, or as much possibility of that coming loose because of the strain that's on either wheel. And so now what we need to do today is to put the stand on the front and a handle out here, and we also cut the bar that we're going to use as a handle so that we can actually use it as a shaw and move it from one place to the other. So it's sort of like a rickshaw that you would have to move tourists around in Toronto or Vancouver or somewhere along those lines where they have those things. And yeah, so it should be pretty straightforward. Got a few pieces of wood to go to add in, and let's get started. Rach?
Let's do it.
And we've got enough room for a pin through it. Do we have those pins?
No, I haven't been able to find the end. So. But
They'll just be
we'll
sitting
just have
there.
to see how necessary that is. Why do you have so many washers?
I don't know.
Sometimes there's not enough of anything, sometimes it's too much. Okay.
All right, let's go for coffee and then come back and finish up.
All right. So we've basically finished it. So now we're just getting ready to put the chickens in. And this is what we're using as their feeder. Now, when they're out and about on the land and stuff, we won't actually have food in here because they don't really eat food at night. So it'll be more available to them on the land, but then also outside the feeder. But right now, we're just gonna get them used to their coop for a few days before we let them outside on their own. And so we just have to have food in there. So Mom crafted these PVC pipes. I think she showed you in an early video. And so the food, basically, you feed it into the top there. They eat out of it from here. And so it's nice and easy. Less message, because we find they just waste so much by scratching through it, like chickens do. So now we've installed a smaller one in here. And so we're just trying to figure out how to keep it in place, but also flexible enough that we can fill it easily, put the lid on, all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're doing for their feed. And then we'll be putting their water in the other corner so they can get at it easily. You don't want to go. Trust me, you want to go. One more, or are you just going to do all of them? Let's go with that. Move on. I'll just gently dump them.
No, I'll pick them up one by one.
Hi, chickie chicks. Where are you going? Okay. There you go.
Oh, you're okay.
that laser?
No. Laser's already gone. Laser first. Oh, you're okay. Yeah.
It's easy when you guys stand on the perch. You might be a crazy chicken lady.
I think I am.
You kiss your chickens.
Chicken whisperer.
Come on, go with your buddies. Go with your buddies.
Mom, do you want to come hold this?
Oh.
We already have a bunch of perches in here, Trish.
Just making used to what they're used to. Okay.
No, thank you, Albie.
I'll be no.
That was the first load.
Gonna put that down somewhere?
I don't know.
Okay. Put that by the front. You see the chicken belts? Oh, now you get a good view of them, Albie. Good boy. You want to give him a good pet there, Dad? He's being nice and quiet. Give him a good pet. Good boy, Albie.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see your food? Yeah, there's the grip. No, thank you.
Albie, no.
Enough. Enough. Go. If you're going to be loud, then you're not invited. Lay down. Lay down.
There you go. Wasting food already.
Okay, they're going after the grit. Okay, that. Kind of dark in there. But... Good boy, Albie.
See them now, good boy.
Albie, come on. Are those the chickens? Are those the chickens? Huh? What?
while the door's open, I don't think we should have their feet out here because it's
Yeah.
like animals will just
That's
come and
true.
get-
Okay,